Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my full review on the White Mountain Knives Kizer Mini Critical. So this is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. It's a Kizer knife. It's a Matt Christensen design. It's in 3V and micarta, so it's kind of a theme with White Mountain with Kizer. They have the Cormorant, the Mini Critical. I don't know if they have a bag lighter, maybe. This is a loaner from White Mountain Knives. A big thank you to Justin over there. Use my code LeftyEDC at checkout on whitemountainknives.com for 10% off and free shipping in the U.S. Also, if you're not, subscribe to the channel. At least think about it. Watch a couple videos, see what you think of me. And hit that subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button and notification bell. If you want to support the channel, there's a join button down there for memberships. You get awesome emojis and badges, including ball sacks. Or you can join on Patreon, and I will appreciate your support either way. All right, enough of the business, as the captain would say. Yeah, I kind of want to rip through this one. I like this knife, but it's not for me, if that makes sense. Aesthetically, I actually think this is a good-looking knife. I love a good sheep's foot, sort of reverse tanto knife, and this has that. I like the hole in the blade. It's a very unique shape. Looks cool. The handle design is a little neutral, a little plain, but I like it. I think it's a good design overall. When it's closed, it's pretty cool. You got a big old pecker there, but if it works, it works. You know what I mean? Ergonomically, it's very comfortable in my hand. I actually fit all 4 fingers on. That was my biggest concern with this knife, was it would be too small, but it fits my hand really well. I don't know if I mentioned materials, but you have natural or brown micarta and 3V blade steel. It's not coated, but it's a satin grind on here, so you have to be weary of that, obviously. And you have a G10 pivot collar there in black and a deep carry fold-over clip that looks terrible. Like, it looks like it would be really bad in pocket because it's so stiff and close to the scale, but it works so well. It is an excellent clip. Goes in and out of pocket like a dream. It carries really well, guys. So that was carry. Carries really well. It tucks out of the way. It has a pecker, but, I mean, I carry this in my back left pocket, so I don't have a bunch of stuff back there. So maybe your mileage will vary, but I enjoyed carrying it. It's pretty lightweight, being micarta. It does have milling on both sides. Yeah, it's a steel liner lock. Yeah. So that's aesthetics. Ergos, again, very comfortable. You have jimping up here, but I tend to land past that on most knives. I really don't understand why there's jimping back there on most knives, but anyway, I fit right here, sort of in this poon spoon, and it feels really good. My one big gripe with this knife is there's no choil. It would be fantastic with a choil, or if they had done a flipper delete and a choil, right? That would be awesome, but I really like choils. So I don't like a lot of knives that don't have choils or don't have some kind of a flat spot or something. Like, I just reviewed the Mach 3 from Wingman EDC. This does not have a choil, but it has this flat right here, and I am right up on the blade. It might as well be a choil, you know what I mean? Whereas this, I'm back here, and I'm kind of away from the blade, and that's just not my preference. I really prefer being close to the blade. I like having that control because of this kind of stuff I do, right? It also usually means I have a better shot at doing a pinch grip. But anyway, ergos are fine, right? It fits really good. The clip is out of the way. Left-handed, right-handed, you don't feel it. Yeah, I mean, if you have a huge hand, it could be an issue. I have a large glove-size hand, so... Cutting is phenomenal, guys. It's 3V blade. It's pretty thin stock. Comes down to a great edge. It's a flat grind or saber grind. Comes out to a wonderful tip. It's not like super robust, but man, for shipping labels, this thing is a dream. You know, it might as well be an X-Acto knife. I absolutely love it for that package opening. And then if you're getting into cardboard, I cut a little bit with this. Again, just super slicey through the cardboard. I did not have any issues catching on the hole, but I'm sure some people might have that issue depending on the material. Some stuff might catch in there. So cutting's good, carry's good, ergo's good, aesthetics good, right? Sounds. Oh. Sounds are excellent, guys. They really are. I really enjoy the sounds on this knife. It has the occasional ting. It's just good. I mean, it's a 7 out of 10 on sounds. I really enjoy it. It does not have the Kizer rattle. That's important. No rattle. Well, maybe a tiny bit at the end there, but it's not, it doesn't bother me anyway. All right, action. So you guys probably saw this coming, but this is why this knife is not for me. That and the fact that it doesn't have a choil, right? It's just, you know, I really need that personally for just, it's just what I like. This knife overall, even though I think it's a good looking knife, it just doesn't do it for me. It's kind of funny. It has basically the same backspacer as the f5.5. I can't like unsee that now. But yeah, so action. The Detent is very strong. And it's dialed for this excellent flipper tab. I mean, it works so well, guys, that jimping. It just flies out of there. It really, I sat on the couch for hours just doing this when I got this knife. Like, it's just fun, right? Now, the Detent is a little late, like, and it tends to ride back up like that. See that? But you got to just get it low, let it drop to there, and kind of swish it down. You can't throw it down, because if you throw it down, it rides back up, right? You catch it here and try to throw it, it rides back up. You need to kind of whoosh it down, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's just kind of gravity or whatever. So once you learn that, you get used to it, and it's fine, right? It's dead centered. Okay, the problem is the Detent is so strong, the reverse flick kind of hurts. The thumb flick is good. Thumb flick feels good, especially right-handed. I fire it out of there. But the reverse flick, man, it's like tearing the skin away from my nail. And I'm definitely not putting my nail in there to flick it, because that hurts even more. You kind of have to employ the push technique, where you shove it forward, kind of like I do on the F5s when they first come in, because the Detent's stiff. And then it breaks in. So, with that said, when this came out of the box, I could not reverse flick it at all. It would not reverse flick. It was so stiff. And it has broken in since, because I've flipped it like 1,000 times. But it's still way too strong. And I just don't have the patience to sit and flick a knife 1,000,000 times to get it to break in, right? So if it hasn't already broken in enough to be a comfortable reverse flick, I'm good, right? So like, I see this knife basically as a flipper only. And that's another reason it's not for me. Like, you can't give me a hole and then make it uncomfortable. That just sucks. So I really like the action overall. I mean, closing-wise, it's very smooth. It's not drop shut, but it's very smooth. There's no play or lock rock. I will say the lockup is really early on this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like 20%, 10, 15, 20% maybe. I have tried to fail it. You can't. But, it doesn't really bug me that much, but I know some people don't like that stuff. So, overall, I think it's a really cool knife. I think it's a great knife for $100. I think that's the price. And if you use my code, you'll save $10. So, $82 or whatever for this thing. 3V, micarta, great action on bearings. If you're a flipper guy, awesome, right? Or if you're a guy who doesn't mind a strong reverse flick detent, or you don't mind breaking in a knife a million flicks, you know, then this is the one for you guys. It's a great cutter. Fantastic EDC knife. I got to give it that. Fantastic EDC knife. And it's fun enough to still give you that fidget factor, right? So I really like it. It's just not for me. That's basically the bottom line. So yeah, the Kizer White Mountain Knives exclusive, mini critical, cool knife. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you love this knife? The reason I got this in on loan from White Mountain Knives is because of you guys. I had so many of you guys telling me this knife was awesome and I needed to check it out and I would love it and all that, right? So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And you were right. It's a great knife. Great EDC knife. I see why so many of you love it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.